Hello and welcome. My name is Kelly Lewis and I'm the Vice President of Revenue Enablement at Highspot, and I have the amazing Mackenzie Dixon with me here today to talk all about sales methodology. Welcome, Mac.
Thank you, Kelly.
Can you give us a brief introduction of your role here at Highspot?
Yes, absolutely. So I've been here about 3.5 years, and I am on the Sales Enablement Global Programs team, supporting things like methodology and ongoing skill training.
So there are a lot of sales methodologies out there. Can you tell me what the different types of sales methodologies are?
Yes, absolutely. So a lot of different types of methodologies, each offer really unique advantages, like being tailored either to specific types of sales cycles or unique customer interactions. So some might focus more on relationship building for more complex offerings, while some might be a little bit more tailored to transactional interactions. And, some focus on teaching reps to challenge a prospect's thinking or to act as those trusted advisors. Some focus really heavily on qualification process and criteria, and the list goes on and on.
Okay, so selecting a sales methodology is a big task. There's a lot to think about. What do you think about when selecting a sales methodology?
Absolutely. I know that when we were evaluating sales methodologies and figuring out what was right for us internally, we evaluated with a number of questions in mind. So the first one just really being maturity. Where were we at the time? What made sense for us? One, and another big one, is do we need help with messaging or skills? Just one of the two? What does the breakdown there look like? How much customization did we need between our first sale and our expansion motions? That was a big one. And lastly, time commitment. Really understanding how much time your reps are going to be spending in classroom style training and whether that fits with the needs of the business at the time.
Okay, so you selected your sales methodology and now the pressure's on to implement it and both optimize it. Talk to me about best practices there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one really important first step is to map out your sales process and get really crisp and clear on how the methodology is going to show up at each stage. I think next, and maybe most importantly, is making sure that you have stakeholder buy-in and alignment. It's going to be very, very critical to roll out success that there's a clear what's in it for them for each stakeholder that you talk to. And I think lastly is making sure that you have a plan to make your methodology really ingrained in your tech stack. And ideally, you could get to a point where, because methodology content is so ingrained in processes and tools and everything, that your reps might not even know that they're implementing your methodology. And I think as far as optimization goes, making sure that you have really clear metrics that you're tracking and you're actively looking at that sales performance data to understand how methodology is making an impact, if it's moving the needle, and if there are any gaps that you can readdress.
Well, thank you for joining me today. This was fun. I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you, Kelly.